Secretary-General of the United Nations Ban Ki-moon has urged the Sri Lankan government to constructively engage with the international community. Now, he made this observation in an exclusive email to News First following the motion calling for the prevention of an international investigation in Sri Lanka was passed in Parliament on Wednesday.
The motion calling for international investigators to be prevented from conducting investigations on the ground in Sri Lanka was passed in Parliament last evening with a majority of 134 votes. Responding to the question posed by News First on the motion, the Deputy Spokesperson of the United Nations Secretary-General had the following to say. The Secretary-General supports the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights and commends the leadership she has demonstrated to assist Sri Lanka in advancing accountability and reconciliation. He fully understands the challenges and complexity related to post-war processes and therefore encourages the government of Sri Lanka to engage constructively with the international community to strengthen the existing domestic processes in a manner that is inclusive and respectful of human rights and to work towards lasting peace in Sri Lanka. Regarding the recent violence in the south, the Secretary-General made the following observations. The Secretary-General is concerned about reported attacks in southern Sri Lanka. He recalls the Human Rights Council resolution of March 2014, which urges the government of Sri Lanka to investigate alleged attacks on members of religious minority groups and to take steps to prevent such attacks in the future. The Secretary-General calls on the government to take necessary measures to prevent any deterioration of the situation, to immediately investigate the incidents and to ensure the safety of all Sri Lankans.
Muslim and Sinhala fishermen who set out to sea from the Hambantota harbour participated in a ceremony to present arms to the gods yesterday.
The annual ceremony was organised by the Hambantota Fisheries Association. There are divisions that have arisen in certain areas of the country based on religion. We are happy to note that the Sinhala and Muslim fishing communities and the general public of Hambantota have joined to host the annual Devadanya to set an example. We host this event annually in order to obtain blessings to develop our trade. We hope to conduct this event next year as well on a grander scale.
Venerable Madhuluwave Sobhita Thera says that if necessary, he is ready to contest the presidential elections as a common candidate in order to abolish the executive presidency. Now, the Venerable Thera made this comment at a press conference convened yesterday in Colombo by the National Movement for Social Justice.
I make one request of the President. As promised, you must listen to the powerful voices within the government and listen to what the Mahanayakas and other religious leaders have to say and do not have another executive presidential election. Because you have a two-thirds majority, we do not expect this from you. Do not say that you will do this for a third time. Use your powers and the powers of the two-thirds majority and hold a general election after abolishing the executive presidency. If the president does not do so, we invite all the parties to come together and put forward a common candidate. This candidate will not be the one who will continue with the executive presidency, but one who will abolish it. We do not know who will be selected when taking a joint decision such as this. If everyone comes together and says that you are the proper candidate to contest this election, then I will accept it. Else, if everyone reaches a consensus on another suitable person, we will extend our full support to that person.
Member of the Mahayangana Pradesha Sabha, Venerable Vatraka Vijitha Thera, was found unconscious on the side of a road in the Bandaragama area. The police discovered Venerable Vatraka Vijitha Thera in close proximity to the Hirana Bridge, which comes under the purview of the Bandaragama Police Division based on a tip-off. The Venerable Thera was admitted to the Panadura Hospital and was subsequently transferred to the Colombo National Hospital. A communique issued by the police headquarters reads that the Thera had suffered a number of injuries.
We noticed the robes of a monk close to the marsh located in close proximity to the Kindelpitia bridge, so we stopped the motorbike and looked closer. Then we saw a monk with his hands bound to his back, laying face down. He was breathing. There were lacerations on his head. As the crowd grew, we headed towards the police to inform them.
Venerable Vatraka Vijithathera is receiving treatment at the emergency ward at the National Hospital in Colombo. An acid attack was launched against the security forces personnel and a police officer who was assigned as security at the Mavanalla Magistrates Court. The victims of the attack have been identified as Police Constable Alankara Gedara Jayaratna attached to the Mavanalla Police and a civil security assistant. The Mavanalla Police and the District Criminal Investigations Unit have launched special investigations into the incident. The victims were admitted to the Mavanalla Base Hospital before being transferred to the Kegaul Hospital. According to the police, the constable who suffered serious injuries has been admitted to the National Hospital for further treatment. Let's now take a look at the foreign exchange rates. Well, that's a wrap of today's edition of The Brief. Remember, you can like, subscribe or even leave your comments in the comment box below. I'm Stephanie Lazarus, reminding you to always stay briefed.